It's all right. So we are live now, and I want to appreciate you for actually coming to have this conversation with us. I really want to appreciate that. Um, it's such a great privilege to have you, and I really want to commend your efforts for at least making yourself available even on a Sunday. I do not take it for granted for anything. I really, really appreciate your efforts and everything like that. Join us to listen. Let me send the YouTube link to the group to listen, everyone. So those who are not on the call, so that if they have the time, they can actually see what we are doing. So we want to begin our operation as we have actually agreed. We want to begin our operation as we have agreed uh, for it to be. So I want it to be bring this, you bring this, I bring this, bring your expertise, I bring my expertise, then we'll be able to bring the best out of the things that we actually trying to achieve or trying to gain from all the things we are doing. So please guys, um let's meet with let's meet with um let's meet with Franklin. She's no, no, no. Don't let me do it your introduction. Over to you, Franklin. And if you are watching us on YouTube, kindly just put your name in the comments. It will help us to know that somebody is watching. Because I know someone is watching us already. So, Franklin, could you please go ahead?
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Can we
Hello.
hear? I can hear her. Can someone else hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you too.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Ebike Pere Franklin Sasha. But this man has refused to learn how to pronounce my name, so he keeps calling me by my surname. My name is not Franklin. My name is Sasha. And I've corrected him so many times, but he keeps calling me Zaza. My name is not Zaza, please. Okay, I'm a content writer, a creative writer, and a brand storyteller. And basically, I help brands develop visibility through storytelling and um through storytelling and like creating communication between brands and their customer base. That's basically what I do. And yes, that's the summary of about me. And I'm happy to be here.
Shaja, Saza, whichever way. Sorry.
The name is Sasha. Sa and Sha.
And maybe you're going to give me a time, another time to learn about that. We'll see time.
All right. All right.
So, followed by testimony. Let's hear from you.
Right. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Testimony. I am first a freelance scriptwriter. So I write for film, television, documentaries, every form of media. And yeah, currently I am working on a film script with somebody else. So that's how I make my money for now. I'm a content writer as well, but most of my content writing has been from volunteering. I have never really been paid any sensible amount in content writing. So I just sharpen my skills by volunteering and just using it there. So aside from that, when my focus is more on creativity, I I like creativity. I like art. I like expressing everything through art. So yes, I'm a very creative person, which is why I have a great interest in film and media. Is there anything else? Well, I am hoping to learn, to grow, and contribute to each smile and enjoy the way. Thank you.
Okay, mommy, Miss Christiana, please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here.
Maybe
My name
before you
is.
go ahead, please. You could see like what I was trying to refer to, and I said mommy, and you could feel like, oh, what am I referring to as mommy? I think right before we got to Hugesmile, right before the vision of Hugesmile, is when I've gone to know Mrs. Christiana, and she actually been a very wonderful person. And my culture, Yoruba culture, we respect our elders actually, and I know that that is it about Nigerians. So this mommy, yes, she's actually old enough uh, to be my mom. I actually don't know any other person's age, but as far as I'm concerned, she's even old enough to have. They already have people who are much more older than I am, right? So we must. When I do such a thing, when you say that I do such a thing, I will appreciate if you can actually incorporate that as well. If we need to address that, and you need to understand that anything that we're going to be doing, or if you are being told to write a content, you're being told to give a feedback. Sometimes I may not even be available to look at the things you've done, but she's actually going to be in charge of that. So in the sense that she's more like she's more like any like holding the same position that I'm holding here. Why? Because it's not every time that I could be like I'm available and do this and everything. Because something like last week now, I had to have a speaking engagement with some people, and and I needed somebody to fix in for me. So that's why I usually have people who actually more like me or even much more better, that are actually fixing the gap. I wish Paul is here to join this conversation. For those who are, I think we have 5 people watching us from YouTube. So for those who are joining us from YouTube, you also try to incorporate that. You're a graphic designer, you're this. As long as I tell you to refer to Mrs. Christiana, it's more okay that we at least give her that respect in order to make sure we have you don't have issue with me actually, because I wouldn't want anybody to disrespect my mom actually. So that's the reason I have to give that head up. It's very, very important. Please, thank you so much, ma. Music Christiana. That's why I have to say that to everyone who is on the team to make sure I don't repeat myself all the time. Thank you. Please go ahead, ma.
Oh my God. Thanks so much for the honor. God will honor you. Eh? So, like I was saying, I'm a public servant. This year will be my 25th year in the public service of Lagos State. And I'm also a content strategist. So I believe strongly in clarity because when your message is clear, your target audience will get you and you'll be able to convert. I'm the clarity catalyst queen. I believe in clarity, simplicity, and building trust. So I'm very, very happy to be part of this wonderful and dynamic team. And I know together we're going to achieve greater heights and higher grounds. So thank you once again. God bless you all.
Thank you so much. Precious,
Evening,
Precious,
Mr.
please,
Toby.
could you please go ahead and do your introduction?
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I am Precious, everyone. a certified healthcare assistant and health writer and also a ghostwriter who is passionate about helping people express their ideas clearly and also in a way that resonates with their tone. Yeah, thank you.
We did not hear you. I did not hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Precious Everyone, a certified healthcare assistant, ghostwriter, and health writer who is passionate about helping professionals and brands express their ideas clearly in a way that resonates with their tone. Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
Shama. Shama, please go ahead and introduce yourself to the house. Chioma Naomi. Chioma. Okay. Let Tinoloa go ahead and introduce himself. We can hear you, Naomi. You can go ahead,
Yes, a
please.
social media manager. I applied for Ize IZE.
Go
Ize
ahead.
Choma Naomi. I
Yes, go
applied
ahead.
for social media manager in Hugesmile, and I'll be very happy to contribute creatively and in all aspects I can in doing managing the page, make it grow and get more fit.
Good. Tinoloa. Tinoloa, please go ahead. We don't have time on our side. Okay. While we are waiting for him, um, please, we are here to deliberate on number one. We already have two social media manager on ground, including myself, making it three, because I'm going to be managing the social media account. I mean, our LinkedIn page with you guys alongside, and we want to discuss on the content we have to have going on, that we have to get done. At least have one content to post tomorrow morning for this thing, and also have a design goes out. So here's what we want to deliberate on. We want to deliberate on when is the time we're going to be posting, who are we targeting, how do we gain visibility. And for February, our goal is to reach our first 1,000 um, followers on our company page. And this is actually possible because LinkedIn give you the credit to at least invite 250 people on a monthly basis, meaning that if you go on the account as social media manager, as content strategist, every one of us, we have the privilege to invite at least 250 people. So let's now assume that and please, we are not inviting anybody that is in your connection who is not from maybe Canada, UK, or US. Don't invite them. Number one, we are so much deliberate, we are so much focusing on the people. I mean, the kind of location we're trying to get our audience from. So, on that note, our content, our strategies has to be done on the account of the people we are targeting, on the people that we are targeting. So, we are targeting the US, and as far as I'm concerned, I think I have at least 3 years experience working with people in the US, UK, and Canada. And it's only UK that have the same time with us. It's just like they are 1 hour behind us now. Currently, the same time with Ghana at this moment. They spend the game that, so we are usually on the same GMT plus one, but now they are on GMT alone, not GMT plus one. And as far as the United States is concerned, we have three major time zone. We have PST, PT rather. We have EST, and we have CST. CST, the in likes of Texas, they use that. But when we're talking about Washington, talking about New York, talking about Philadelphia, talking about Maryland, talking about what other places we have around that vicinity. Let me just remember some of other state we have. Yes, Indiana, Indianapolis, all those ones. They are on the EST side. But when we are talking about CST, I so much know about Texas, and Texas is a very big place. In fact, Texas alone, the economy of Texas is bigger than Nigeria. You can do your this thing, do your research. So Texas is a huge place, right? Is everybody listening to me? If you cannot speak, and just put in the comments that you can hear me, please. It will be very, very appreciated that I'm talking to someone, that I'm not the only one talking, right? I really appreciate that. So I want us to take note of that. Done on the likes of PT. Why is everybody leaving? I don't know what happened. It could be their connection. Okay. So in likes of PT, we have Los Angeles, we have Colorado, we have Arizona. Those ones, they are on PT side, and PT is actually 9 hours behind Nigeria. EST is 6 hours behind Nigeria. CST is 7 hours behind Nigerian time. So if you are working with us, so you are on the safer side, you are actually on the safer side. What do I mean is that you don't have to wake up 7 a.m. in the morning or do 6 a.m. for each smile, because who we are targeting is not okay. Who we are targeting on the are not on the Nigerian side, and we have to be deliberate on that. So we want to be make sure that people who we are feasible to are the people that we need, because one thing I know is that no matter how many people that knows your band, no matter how many people that knows you, if the right people do not know you, it's just a big problem. But then I don't want to go ahead and be like, okay, being a brand strategist, I should go ahead and be sharing what I have to share. But then we will start from somebody who I know is just interning as a copywriter for the very first time. I want to hear from him, for now, and then we'll follow by testimony, and followed by precious, then we will listen to Mrs. Christina, then Franklin, then I will speak on the strategies that we need to make sure that Hugesmile is on a big side, and we are targeting the right people, and we are, you know, looking at the right people that we need for this particular brand. So we already on the other side that we are targeting anybody on the EST time zone, PT and CST. So go ahead, Tinoluwa. Can you hear me right now? Tinoluwa. If you ain't speaking, you can actually mute yourself. If you are not speaking, or if it is not your turn to speak, you can simply mute yourself. So Adebayo Tinoluwa, I don't know what's wrong with this connection. So who is the next person I said is going to be on the line? Testimony. Go ahead. We want to grow you smile. We want to be feasible. With the little things that you have now as a content writer, what is your opinion? What do you think we should do? How do we move this brand forward? So I want to hear from you.
All right, sir. Speaking from my experience, which is not so broad, I feel like people see you from what you say and what you write. And so to put huge smile on that global platform, we have to be intentional about the kind of content we put out. Uh, are they the kind of things like maybe keyword searches that people in the selected regions that you said would see? Are they the kind of, do they answer the questions they most likely would be looking for? Because yes, I'm not really being up and doing with my LinkedIn page, but the contract job I currently do, I got it from LinkedIn, and I was able to put myself out there because I searched people from outside Nigeria, and I intentionally started writing the questions I saw that they asked. So, okay, this person has a story but doesn't know how to say it. So I would say, do you have a story? And do you, if you don't know how to say it, then I write a content on it. So somehow I started getting tractions, I started getting people. So for Hugesmile, we can also do that. We have a brand, we have a goal, we have a mission, and we have people we are targeting. So to the most of our content should contain how to solve the problem. So tomorrow is Monday and it's the first day of the month, and we can just give like soft landing. So the content should first say happy new month because it's most likely going to rank. Everybody's going to be saying it's a new month and what they want to do. And then we affirm our stance, who we are and what we are stand to do. And maybe give a hint of what our content for the month will look like. So I don't really have much to say. That's all from my end.
Okay. Thank you for your this thing. That's the reason why we have to listen to the, I mean, we have to record this thing so that we can always refer back to the strategies we have. So, Chioma, you are a social media manager, according to you, right? Oh my goodness. Chioma, can you hear me? Chioma, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but network is actually cutting me off,
Yes,
cutting
that's
me
why I
in
have
and
to. Yes, that's why I'm trying to
It
pick
seems
you
she's
right
having
now so that you,
connection issues. The
yeah,
network
so
is
that
not
you
too
can
good.
speak. Oh, sorry. Um, okay, Chioma is still on the call, right? So that's why I'm trying to pick you now so that you can be the one to speak so that we won't have to miss your opinion. I love creative people, right? I love people's opinion. I love to listen to people a whole lot because if we bring this together, bring that together. See, I'm a Bible person, and as far as I'm concerned, Bible says let us come together and deliberate and reason
your
together.
voice is cracking. I can't hear.
Can you hear me now, ma? Choma, it has to be your connection. That's why you're not hearing me clearly. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You necessarily don't need to on your camera. Maybe you don't need to on your camera. Just speak. Choma, can you hear me? My God. But every other person can hear me, right?
Yes, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So I love to listen to people's opinion because if all of us bring our ideas together, if all of us think of the things that we need to do, it will make more sense. Like we take from testimony, we take from Precious, we take from Mrs. Christiana, we take from Franklin, we take from myself, and we actually project what we have out there. I don't know why we do not have any graphic designer on the board. I don't know where is this guy. Oh, he's always busy. Let me ask Tolulokpe to join us. Tolulokpe. Actually, yesterday I tried to uh I tried to make use of the, especially Tolulokpe. I must commend what he's doing. Actually did some, he did your Precious, he did your this thing yesterday, right? It's not that bad, is it?
No, it isn't. It did so well, and I'm sorry I didn't reach out to tell you about it.
Actually saw it. So I really actually, this one of the thing I have when you do something, but I really don't have to say it in the private. That's why I have to put it in the group when I was ready that yesterday. That I was impressed by what it did. And there was a lady that Mrs. Christiana brought in from our interview session. That is Priscilla. She also did well, even though she's using Canva. Like she did something very that makes sense to me. It did something that makes sense to me. For a starter, they're actually doing well. So that's why I have to just say that here and now that we love it when you do what you say you know how to do, and we at least have something to say about it. So I want to appreciate that, uh, even in its absentia. So I want to listen to all this. So the point is that I don't know if Naomi can still hear me. Can Naomi hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Can you repeat
So
the question? I didn't hear what you were saying that
yes,
time.
as
You
a
were just,
social
your voice
media,
was just,
okay, as a social media manager, we want to project ourselves for a global audience, people in the States, people in Canada, and people outside African continent. That's people we are projecting ourselves for. And we can you still hear me?
yes, I
Can you hear
can.
me? Okay, good. So we have three time zone. One is 9 hours behind us. The other is 6 hours. Then the third one is 7 hours behind us. Do you understand? So, and how do we project ourselves to this? But as a social media manager, what could be your opinion if you are given such a task to do? What would you do? What do you think we could be able to do in order to be to get visible to our people, in order to attract the so-called audience that we are targeting? So what could be your opinion on that? Chioma, can you hear me, please? Uh,
Okay. So social media manager, you made mention of three countries that we are, our focus is
no, no,
mainly
no. Three time zone. Three time zone. Three time zone.
three. I said
Yes.
one is 9 hours, the other is seven, the other is 7 hours, the other one is
Yes.
6 hours.
Yes.
Okay. I think one strategy we can use to get through this is by one, connecting with those people, then sending them invitation to follow our page. That is another strategy. And trying to know their pain points, posting something that attracts them so that there's more there's more high probability of them going to our company's page and trying to take specific action on on what we offer. Because when we create content that appeals to the audience we are targeted at, there tend to be more conversion than when we do a contrast of that.
Okay. We've taken note of that. Every opinion is welcome. Um, Precious, you are a social media manager and you're a content person. As far as I'm concerned, what do you think we can do to be visible to the right audience, to be visible to our people? To how many of us know the KLT factor? To build the KLT factor, I'm sure everybody on the course should know what KLT factor means, right? Am I right? You can put it in the chat. So, okay. So let's move to Precious. What's your opinion? Precious, are you there? Can you hear me? Precious.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's your opinion?
Uh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Toby. So my opinion on how Youth Smile we could actually improve our content and target the audience we want is first we already have a defined positioning of what we want to do, and like the other creator said, identifying their pain points would matter a lot. And when we send connections to them, try to have normal conversations with them. And so from having these conversations with them, we would be able to identify, okay, this is the missing gap they have around them. And we could see how well we will implement strategies for us to fill those gaps, and also be able to speak in their tone, because there's a way they communicate. Yeah. So that's my 2 cents, sir.
Okay, good. Your 2 cents is sensing. So let's move ahead to Miss Christiana.
All right, everybody has spoken well. So what I like to add is that we should first of all clearly define our ICPs. We need to be very, very sure of the people we are targeting. Are they startups? What sort of businesses are they? So that we can be very, very precise and spot on about our content. Then we should have a minimum of 3 content pillars so that we don't go out of context or follow trends. Trends are good, but as much as we want visibility, we also want to make sure we are adding value and actually touching the pain points of our target audience. So that is very important. Note their pain points, their aspirations, and be able to move them from point A to point B. What we are after is a change and impact, adding value to them. So we should target them very well and then position ourselves as solution providers. Position ourselves as solution providers. They should clearly know how we want to help them and the outcomes that we are going to help them achieve. And then since we are targeting like 3 different time zones, we can always repost our content at those time periods and ensure that we are sending connection requests, or rather, sorry, following. This is the page now. We are sending the right, invitations to the right set of people, and our content should not be everywhere. It should be one problem or solution for our specific target audience, so that per time we are giving value and we are researching, to ensure that we are speaking their language, communicating with them clearly, no complexity of any sort, clearly to make them understand that yes, we know how you feel and we are here poised, ready to assist you. So I guess that would be all for now. And then all of us should also be very, very intentional, consistent, especially on LinkedIn. And thank God Tobiloba has helped, I think, almost all of us with our profile optimization and all that. So define your consistency. You don't have to show up every day. I don't show up every day on LinkedIn. I show up 3 times. But you look at it, you think I'm there every day because I show up 3 times and I ensure I engage as much as I can on the days that I don't turn up. And thank God we are not even targeting people in Africa. So it's probably in the afternoons that we're going to get a bit busy. But Tobiloba, I have something to add. As much as we are targeting those abroad, don't let us limit ourselves from the African continent too. You never can tell. Good things can also come out of our, don't let me call it our deserts, but we can also make an impact at home too. So I want you to also consider that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for that. Actually, not mainly because I've seen people in Africa that it's not about money. But then the thing is this, you and I understand for those who have worked with Nigerians and Nigerians, we have this mentality of draining people. I really do not want anybody to drain my team. That's number one. Number two, Nigerians don't really appreciate people's effort. You know, yesterday, the one crazy thing about me when I'm working with you, you're paying me, I'm volunteering for you. I don't think I've ever volunteered before. Like, I think in a very short note, maybe like 2 months ago, 6 months ago. I don't think I've done that recently. But when I got started, here's the craziest thing about me. The thing is that whether you are paying me or it seems like you're going to sack me or not, I still point out what I don't like that you're doing and everything like that. And then I got to realize that Americans, when it has to do with you providing value for them, they respect you a whole lot. They respect you a whole lot, right? They they don't get your they don't get your expertise and don't reward it. Are you getting my point, ma?
Yes,
They
yes, I
don't get,
totally understand you.
they don't get your expertise and don't reward it. So one beautiful thing about Americans that it's not like they are good in quotes, but when it has to do you offering them services, they'll pay you as much as you do. My dad was explaining to me when I called him. Dad is actually uh, a big consultant for tech brands in the US, and he was telling me that Toby, Americans can forgive you if you start on a rough lane, but they so much believe on the finishing. If I give you a job, if Americans give you a job and you finish it very well, say this thing has happened when somebody was paying me like about $200 per month as at that time, and because I did well, the person automatically increased it to $300 within a month, 2 months, because of finishing. Because of the things that I know, and that's what I'm preaching to you, Smile. You don't have to tell me to increase your payments. You don't have to tell me that, oh, I'm not doing well. I can see. I was sharing with Miss Christiana. I say, as in 3 months to this, as long as we begin to make revenue, I'm the kind of person that I reward people for their efforts. I reward you for intellectual capacity because that's how I got started. So I'm not open to the toxic work environment of the Nigerians or Africans in quotes because I cannot deal with it. But Africans have money. We have rich people on this continent. When I say rich people, I mean we have rich people, wealthy people, you know. So it's not about the money alone. It's about how they deal with you, how they talk to you, how do the craziest thing about me, even in my real time life, is that I really don't like it when people take advantage of people that I care about. My siblings, they know about that. My older and younger siblings really know about that. Maybe that's why I feel like everybody cannot do without me because they know that as long as they are right, I will just be there. I just want to be there. And it's the same thing with our brand here. As long as I see you do the right thing, you do this, we make sure that you actually get the best that you need to get. So as we are standing in gap, we are close to you and we are also close to the brand that you are working with. we make sure that as you are giving them premium this thing, you're also getting the reward that you're getting. It's Americans that will give you job, and at the end of the day, when they see that you do something well, they give you Christmas bonus, even though you don't have any so-called agreement to get a Christmas bonus from them. I've had someone like that who actually used to give me that because we did well for that person. So that's the reason. So on that account, we also take note of that as well. We also take note of that, and then we make use of it as time goes on. Oh my God, we lost Franklin. Okay, she's back. So that's why, but we can take note of that. So that's why we have to understand when are we going to be posting? When is our posting time? Um, and I noticed something about LinkedIn that has to do with consistency. Being consistent with a particular time is one thing about LinkedIn. Is one thing I have figured out. Close to 25,000 followers now on LinkedIn. That's what I figure out. All my jobs have actually come from LinkedIn. I'm not the content person that put content out there that do this, but Miss Christiana, I shared that with her that once I'm ready to get job, I will get it, I will do this. To her, maybe when I was saying that time could actually look like a magic. Actually sent some couple of jobs that I actually rejected before I got the one that I want. I reject jobs, I reject people that are not going to serve my purpose. And I'm not always desperate. I rather starve than actually go for what is not working, what is not going to serve me very well. So that's the thing about that. So and I want us to incorporate that as well. So on that note, once Franklin speaks, and I had my own little share, we can look at the time we'll be posting from tomorrow. So yeah.
Hi everyone, good evening. So me, actually what I wanted to say, Miss Christiana already said it, but I am just going to slightly say something different. So she mentioned something about not ignoring Africans in as much as they are not our ICP, in as much as they are not our target audience. So there's something that they call there's this thing that the algorithm, most algorithm does when your post goes live. If one or two people shows interest, dwell time, if there's dwell time on your page, on your post, even though it doesn't even have likes, but there's dwell time, there is impressions, people are reading your post multiple times or something like that. It usually gets more visibility than it would usually get, right? So let's say if your dwell time is much, the impressions is going to definitely increase. That's how most of this platform works, from LinkedIn to any social media platform. But my expertise is on LinkedIn. So I know how LinkedIn works very well. I've built multiple accounts on LinkedIn. So I know the way LinkedIn algorithm works. That's just how the whole algorithm is set, right? So, in as much as Africans are not our target audience, right, we also need the visibility in order to get to our target audience. Now, let me paint a picture, right? If you don't have visibility, your target audience will not see you. It's the truth. The more visibility you have, the more opportunities you're likely to get. Now, I'm not trying to say that okay, we should focus on Africans or to focus on our Nigerian brethren. No, that's not what I'm saying. But in as much as we're going to, they are not our target audience. They can also help us in our hunts. Should I say hunts? Yes, hunts for visibility. We're trying to get visible. We should at least get people that they are easier for them to engage with our content, or it will be easier for them to engage with our content. So let me say, for example, I engage my audience, or maybe let's say I repost the post. People on my timeline, they're going to see it, right? Somebody else, Mrs. Christiana, repost, and then these people are Nigerians. We have Nigerians on our own timeline too. They are going to see it, and if they see it, they give us more dwell time. And if they give us more dwell time, it's also a sign for the algorithm to push our post, because they feel okay, this is important. That is why this person read it. The algorithm is not going to say, okay, this one is is target audience, or it is ICP, so I should push it to them only. No, it would actually show people in your region, definitely. So as much as they are not our ICP, I'll tell you that we also need them in order to build visibility. And then, which comes to my second point, which is engaging. In order to build the page, in order to get our target audience, we actually have to engage. We have to do a lot of engagement because most of these people in our target region, they don't even reply to comments as quickly as Nigerians do. If you comment on some of these white people's space, it might even take them a whole 1 week to reply to your comment section, to your comments. So we actually have to do a lot of engagement on the page so that it would at least come across the eyes of a few, do the kind of engagement that would attract people to the page. And then Miss Christiana already talked about visibility, clarity. Somebody mentioned knowing our what ifs, our whys, creating content that is related to our target audience also. So we actually need these two things. It's a new page. It's new, it doesn't have many followers, it doesn't have as much people, it doesn't have engagement, and we need engagement. We need it to at least be having impressions on each of the posts. Because imagine making a post and seeing only one or two likes. If we're focusing only on our ICP, well, that's what will happen. For the first 1 month, we'll have one or two likes on the page. And we all know how social media is difficult nowadays to break in, especially LinkedIn. Like LinkedIn is very, very hard to break into if you're just starting. And then you now start and you now target only your target audience. You will be there with 10 likes for the next 10 years. It's the truth. So as much as we need our target audience to see us, so we also need the visibility to push our content in order for the target audience to see us. I think that the more visibility you have, the more opportunities you get. Before on LinkedIn, I wasn't really, really getting offers. I wasn't really getting people reaching out to me. Oh, we want to work with you before. Well, as I started to get visibility on my page, it's me now that is declining that, oh, I cannot work with you. I don't like the offer that you're offering. Oh, I don't, because when you have visibility, you have options. You have options. I have a lot of friends that are very, very visible on LinkedIn. I'm talking about 800 likes, 900 likes, 1000 likes on their posts. They are very popular. They know, everybody knows them. If I call Samuel Edu or if I call Cosmos Limuru, now everybody knows their names. That's how it works. When you have visibility, you have more opportunities. People are reaching out to these boys every day. Oh, I want you to grow my LinkedIn account. Oh, I want you to do this for me. Oh, I want you to do that for me. Because why? They are visible. So as much as we need our target audience to see us, and as much as you think that Nigerians really, really overwork or underpay and underestimate people's efforts. Yes, I do know that, but it's not even all Nigerians that are like that. I've worked with some Nigerians that they were really, really, really nice, and they even paid me extra. They even gave me tips. So I can say for a fact that the current place that I'm working at, the current place is a Nigerian company, and I love the company so much. They always increase our salary. There's always bonus. There's always something to come back to. So it's not all Nigerians that are bad or that don't even appreciate your effort. It's not all. So yes, Nigerians are not our target audience, but then we could also use them to get engagement in order for us to get to our target audience. That's all I have to say. I really said it all.
Solid points there.
I
Solid.
appreciate that. I
Very solid.
appreciate I appreciate all the point that you actually made. They're actually very, very solid points for to support on what Miss Christiana said. You understand? Yes. Your experience determines your approach to things. So now that is the essence of having multiple people on a particular journey, because our experience are different, and it makes us to make an informed decision. It makes us to make an informed decision, and this actually helps us to make an informed decision. And I really don't want us to do a guessing game. That's why we do not just be like, oh, let's go ahead, this is what you are posting today, this is what you are doing today, and we just have a social media manager doing nothing, and we just be um watering a desert ground. And no matter how much you water a desert ground, there's no how, there's nothing you can get from that. It's not possible. So we have to do the right thing. That's one of the things that actually makes sense, and I love that. I really want to appreciate.
Sorry to interrupt you. I have something to add. As for the timing from tomorrow, I would suggest that since we're just starting, right? In order to get a little bit of attention, traction, we could be sending following requests out to our ICP, our target audience. We can be doing that. But then I think that for now, maybe we should build a little bit of community in Nigeria, in our Nigerian base first. So maybe we could go with the Nigerian timing for now, and then we'll look at how we can always reschedule the post for reach in other time zones, and then like make sure that okay we have maybe a little bit of engagement from our own like from Nigeria, but then we'll also send connection and following requests to people in other regions, and then maybe comment engage on those people's posts too, so that they can also come across our own post. You understand what I'm saying? Well, it's
Yeah,
just like a strategy in order to build engagement for now. And then when we think that, okay, we have at least maybe we're getting 10, 20, 100 impressions, 200 impressions on our post, then we can now think of targeting just our target audience. And okay, there's also something they call visibility posts. There's something called authority post, and there's something called position post on LinkedIn, right? We all know this. So now, visibility posts are the kind of posts that you make on Mondays, where you tell people, oh, it's going to be fine. You motivate them. Maybe you tell a story, just something to bring engagement on the page, something to make people care, right? Why would they care? Why would they want to work with you? That's what they call the visibility post. Now, the position posts are the post that answers the why, what, who are we, why do we do this, and what are we standing for. Those are the position posts. Then the authority post is the post that will show that okay, this is a part that I have worked before. This is a part that I am familiar with. This is what I have done. This positions you as an authority in your feed. So when you make a balance between these three types of posts, you would always have engagement. Your target audience would see you, and then you would also be able to build both visibility and credibility, and also meet your target audience. So it's like a round cycle where you have to do these three things in order to get it. So there are some people now that have as much as 40,000 followers on LinkedIn, but their engagement is very, very little. The reason is because they always make niche related posts and not make posts that would also like carry their other people along with them. Or then there are some people that have as small as 200 followers, but you will see their likes, they have as much as 300 likes on LinkedIn. And we all know that 300 likes is not even easy to get on LinkedIn. I know a lot of creators like that. They have like 200 followers, but their posts used to get as much as 10,000 impressions. Why? It's because they know how to strategically post, where they post today is visibility, tomorrow is niche, next tomorrow is position. You can post only 3 times a week and you would be okay. You have covered everything. If you now want to be extra, you can now do 5 times. Or if you want to be extra, that's when you will now do the whole 6 times a week, and sorry, 7 times a week. But if you do 3 times a week with your own content calendar structured around visibility posts, niche related posts, authority posts, it's easy to just always engage with the page. And obviously, authority and niche related posts do not get a lot of visibility. They don't get a lot of comment and all that because it's your niche, it's your target audience that you are posting it for. So that is what attracts your target audience to your page. And then these visibility posts is what now attracts followers or community members to your page, other small creators that are trying to build. This is what attracts them to your page. So that way we have a balance of both visibility and then credibility. I hope I've not said too much.
no, say much. We want that much. Now that much I need is the much that I'm interested in. Overdo. You get. I'm learning and I'm actually taking note. That's I really love the approach of me recording this particular session. I really appreciate that. I actually have to record this session so that we won't have to lose it. With that being said, we've shared all our opinions, we shared all our ideas. As far as I'm concerned, when I got started on LinkedIn, I got started on LinkedIn. This year will make it the fourth year I've been on LinkedIn. And I'm not the content type. Why? Because that was not what I got started with. But when it has to do with events, I know it works. Events works like magic. In fact, it's events that makes people to see you today, like you today, and trust you today, and give you job today. Has this happened to you before, Toby Loba? Yes. I just somebody who meet me for the very first time from Canada, and he gave me a job that day. Second day, you already credited my account, right? Because you want to interact with people just straightforward. You want to interact with them. You want to talk to them like that. So that's another thing I want to point on, that we want to incorporate live streaming. Imagine all this strategy you are sharing, Franklin, and then we, on behalf of Hugesmile is having a live session, and we bring a content strategist, and we are sharing this content. We are sharing all of these ideas, that this is how we can tell them what to. You and I understand that telling a client what they need to do, but how to do it, they have to come to you, right? We tell them what to do, but we don't tell them how. That is a marketing strategy. That is how to talk to a client. That's how to talk to a potential client, and that's what our content should be on. That's all our content should be about. So we tell them what to do, not how to do it. We tell them what to do, not how to do it. So we must understand that for sure, that okay, this is the thing that we want to do. These are the things we want to have on our page. These are the things we want to figure out and things like that. So we must understand that for a fact, that as much as another leverage that we have is to show up with on a live streaming on a weekly basis. We already choose weekend that we will be doing our live streaming on LinkedIn, and it's going to all be about strategies, how to grow. We can talk about email marketing, we can talk about content writing, we can talk about all of these things that we are offering. That's the thing that we will do. That's it that we are going to. It seems like everybody are living. Our time is fast spent. We actually spent close to 1 hour. So with that being said, we actually reach out to each and every one of us, and have them to do our um, content strategy with our social media managers, um, the content writers, the brand storytellers, and then the content strategy that we have in the house. You guys will meet together and then just work out with something, you know, and just work up with something. If we do that, we will be able to, work out on something. So I know some of you already joining us on YouTube. If you are listening to me on YouTube, please put yourself, put something in the comment. Very, very important that you put something in the comments. Just share one or two things. I am joining you. I know I'm here, and all of those things. So what I'm saying in essence is that we're incorporating LinkedIn Live as well. If we incorporate LinkedIn Live, it enables us it is enable us to also build that authority that we want to build with people. It helps us to build the credibility we want to build with people when they see us, that these people are a human being and actually have experience on things that they need to share and things like that. So we must understand that as well. So we have our, maybe we should have tomorrow to do our strategy, because I don't want, it's better we get it, that we get it right than rushing. It's better we get it right than rushing. So I really want us to have that to deliberate on. So on that account, I'm going to end this conversation on that account. I want to appreciate everyone who has joined us so far. I want to appreciate everyone who make out their time to be on the live stream, to be on the studio. It's such a great privilege to have all of you, to have all of you on this show. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your efforts. I really appreciate everything that you're doing or you're about to do for this brand. Do have a very beautiful weekend, a very beautiful new week as you are joining us or as you've learned from us. Thank you so much for joining us. So this is going to be the end of our uh, strategy for the first time, and it's so beautiful to have. So beautiful to have. I really appreciate that. So yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye everyone.